You know, I wish I could tell you that if you live by faith, it's always going to be kittens and candy. But that's just not the case. And there are a couple things I want to point to, actually three. The Bible says that there were those that were tortured, that were sawn in two, that were tormented, that were jeered for their faith, for living by faith. Let's bring it forward to today. If you in an Arabic country say that you're a Christian, there's a good chance you're going to lose your life. ISIS is very real. That's not the worst of Christians that are being killed in the Middle East. That's the best of Christians. You want one more example? Read Fox's Book of Martyrs. It is full of people who lived by faith and lost their life. My point is, if you commit to a life with Christ, if you commit to a life of living just as Jesus would have you live, it's not always going to be kittens and candy. It's not always going to be easy. It's going to be tough, and it's going to be tough a lot of times. But there's nothing better. There's nothing better. There's nothing I would trade for it. You know, I have to say, as I follow Christ, I realize that our world is going to get worse and worse. And there may come a day when I am tortured. And I have to remember in Fox's Book of Martyrs, there's a man who's put on the rack. And basically his hands and feet are tied to a rack and he's stretched out. And as he comes off the rack, he says, you know, I wish you to put me back on there. For while I was on the rack, there was someone who attended to my needs. Can I promise you that it'll go well if things go bad for you? No, I can't. It's kind of like I gave you the example yesterday. In Nemo, or Finding Nemo, Dory and Marlin are in the whale. And Dory said, it's time to let go. And he said, but what if it's not okay? She said, it's time to let go. It's time to follow God. It's time to do what He wants. It's time to step up your commitment as a Christian. Can I promise you it's going to be okay? I really can't. But it's time. It's time for you to give your heart and life to Christ in a way you never have. And make Him fully Lord of your life to where nothing else matters. Want to read the whole devotional? I got one for you today. Go to www.practicaldevotional.com. We'll see you tomorrow.